Hey guys, welcome back to the Beginner Guitar Lesson Series. In this video we are working on strumming with syncopation. All syncopation means is an emphasis of the upbeat. So when you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it means strumming only or mostly on the ands and not really playing on the downbeats, the numbers. Or another way to think about it is when you're tapping your foot, when your foot goes down, that's the number, that's the downbeat. And when your foot goes up, that's the upbeat or the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so just playing on the ands, which is what we're going to be doing here, and we're going to take it another step further. But it's either a good way to make things more interesting, to kind of disguise the downbeat. Also a great way to have interplay with different instruments in a band setting or whatever the circumstances may be. So for our strum pattern in this video, we're going to be doing a strict emphasis of the upbeat, only playing on the ands. But once you start to get a hang of it and you're doing it on your own, make sure you are counting out loud and also tapping your foot so that you have a way to establish where the downbeat is, because you want to feel that downbeat pulse but not playing on it. Otherwise it'll be easy to deceive yourself into thinking that you understand it, are playing it accurately, but then your ear just kind of turns it around. So that's one little thing to watch out for. All right, so our chords are going to be A major, D major, and E major. And the way that we're going to cycle through those is going to be one measure of A, one measure of D, one measure of A, one measure of E. So the whole progression is 4 measures. Now we'll just do it with the strum pattern with our A major chord. So like I said, it's going to be a strict emphasis of the upbeat. So we're just going to mute with the heel of our hand like we did in the previous video. We're going to mute on the downbeats and strum down actually on the upbeats or the ands, and I'll show you why we're doing that right now in a second. Although it could happen both ways. It could be down or up. Here we're going to do it down. So with the A chord, it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and mute and mute and mute and mute. So one thing you could do also is, I kind of do this with my students, kind of sway your body so it's kind of moving like if you're tapping your foot. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and mute and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so ultimately that's way too much movement, but it's just to give you that sense of where the downbeat is and to just kind of walk yourself through it step by step mechanically. Okay, so let's just take that pattern, speed it up a little bit, put it with the chords. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and keep everything small. Now listen to this. Now that I'm not counting, I'll actually stop tapping my foot. If you just listen to this for a second, as soon as it starts sounding like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what you want to avoid, right? That's what I'm talking about, the ear kind of flipping the beat and just the sense of rhythm that we have kind of gets turned around. All right, so like I said, 1 measure of A, 1 measure of D, 1 measure of A, 1 measure of E, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so this is bringing together a lot of different things that we've talked about in previous videos. Counting out loud, tapping our foot, using the heel of our hand to mute the strings for rest, and now syncopation, playing on the upbeat, which is something that is just heavily used in music. And it's an easy way to dress something up. Now you don't always have to do it in the manner that we're doing, where it's just all syncopation, but in some capacity that's always going to be introduced in a song, unless it's like a simple children's melody or something, but it's definitely a prominent concept in songs that you're most likely working on. So what we're going to do next is what I was doing at the beginning of the video. Same concept, but that was actually 16th notes that I was strumming. We're not going to break 16th notes down right now. We're going to talk about that in more detail in videos to come. But everything's the same. It's just that we're going to have a down and an up strum, and it's going to be happening basically twice the rate of our 1 and 2 and 3, and those are our 8th notes. So if you want a way to count this, you could think 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, down up 2, down up 3, down up 4, down up. So real slow, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, down up 2, down up 3, down up 4, down up 2, down up 3, down up 4, down up 1, 2, down up 3, down up 4, down up 1, down up 2, down up 3, down up, a little bit faster, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a mute and a mute and a mute and a mute and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and quicker, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, without me counting. You may notice when I'm playing, I'm kind of pulsing my left hand here by force of just habit. You don't have to do that. I'm muting the strings with my right hand, but I tend to do the same thing with my left hand. So just, my right and left hand are communicating with one another. So as I strum and then I go to mute, you'll see my hand kind of relax. I'm not coming off of the strings. I'm just kind of pulsing, letting the strings just kind of push my fingers up, not applying any more pressure. It's not absolutely necessary. You might find that it helps. You might find that it's distracting. Play around with it. But that's basically it, guys. So you can play around with the chords that you use. You can certainly go faster than that. But if you work on this exercise and start listening for this stuff in the music that you're learning, creating, whatever it is, syncopation is everywhere. A huge concept, one that gets implemented very frequently. So something you want to feel comfortable with, and this is a great way to get aligned with the use of the upbeat, just like you did when you first started out using the downbeat predominantly, and now we're starting to blend those things. So anyways, Have fun with that, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.